Hello and welcome back to a mind that's not gonna die. I just want to check in. We're coming into the last of the first round of the chemo, and there's a small little clip of what it was like going through this fourth round, but also uh, it jolts forward a good couple weeks, and they've changed my medication from a traditional chemo to more of a target treatment. And to discuss that a little bit, it was kind of like a state-of-the-art, brand new target treatment. They found a RET mutation with inside my cancer, which is fun. It's less than 2% of lung cancer patients have this, and I do. But we were able to start on that medication, and so it kind of picks up with that, and we really start to dive into the psychological issues
Page,
of
October
where cancer is
14th.
taking us. So if you like what you're hearing, please leave a
Monday,
comment,
the
like,
week after my
subscribe, and
fourth,
if you
beginning of
want to
my
hear
start of my
anything
fourth
specific,
round.
leave it in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.
This one's been a lot more manageable. I have started RSO and I take that at night, which I think it's helped me to sleep. Whereas the last round I wasn't able to sleep for several nights, so I was kind of behind the eight ball. So this round, I've feel like I've been able to sleep quite a bit, and it's helped. I'm feeling it, but it's manageable. I've been up and moving around quite a bit, and helped clean up the studio a little bit yesterday and do some laundry and trying to do what I can around here. But also feels like when you have an infection and you pour hydrogen peroxide on it, bubbles, fizzes. But once that's clean, like when you go to pour hydrogen peroxide on it, it doesn't fizzle as much. Well, that's kind of what it feels like. It's like the medicine is inside me, but it's not killing a lot of stuff, which in other rounds it feels like it's just killing me. Whereas this is just kind of going through me, and I don't know how to explain it. Chemo's its own beast, but this round's particularly, uh, say, on the lighter side. Round one, like comparable to round one. Round two and three were definitely the intense ones, especially three. But wanted to give an update. I'm gonna reach out, and I don't know. We'll see. We got scans coming up here in the next 10 days, and we'll go from there. So, all right, every day's different.
And it was at these scans we learned that much of the cancer had been beat back. I'd say upwards of 90% of the cancer. My brain had come back clean at this particular time. I still had questionable spots in my lungs and also down in my liver, but the size and the amount of tumors greatly reduced. And this is where we pulled me from the traditional chemo. My platelets were extremely low. I wasn't able to continue even if we wanted to. But this is where we found the new target treatment, and we started on that. And that's just the daily pill. There's no more going to the chemo lab. There's no more losing hair. And this is just picking up with one of the first testimonials of that.
Uh, we'll have it down through the time code stuff, but started the direct therapy anyway. But I guess some of the stuff that I'm dealing with these days is a lot of the PTSD that I know I keep trying to talk with Grit about it and others about it, and kind of look at me like they don't know what the hell I'm talking about or and everything. And I don't know. It's just a lot of ways I do feel like I'm going to be given a second chance, and in a lot of ways I'm starting to feel better. I'm a month, maybe a month and a week out of chemo, maybe a little bit more. My hair's starting to grow back. But I'm trying to tackle some projects, if that's just getting up, getting dressed, running errands, going to the grocery store, going to the chamber. Try not to take, multiple showers throughout the day. Showers help me to recoup, to reset. I've been building a shed for these last week or so. I've been doing good, but and I don't know if it's just a weakness, if it's the chemo, if it's PTSD, but like I'm working fine, but then like my concentration and stuff, it's like, it's kind of like when you start working too many hours or comes up to, the end of your shift on Friday, and it's like you really start to push it, and start making mistakes and, start breathing hard, stuff like that. And you start, kind of rushing it. And that kind of happens to me after just a few minutes of trying to concentrate and work and do some of these things, which is very discouraging, to say the least. That some of these what appear to be, to me, menial tasks, and they're just they're whooping my butt. And that's hard. I've always refused help, and I've always been able to muster up the energy and everything else, but I can't do it. And I don't like using that word. But as of right now, though I do have strength coming back, it's not the same. And it's in it. I feel like it's not gonna be the same. I feel like there's men kind of have this cojones strength, this, and just grab it. And I've always taken great pride in my roar, my strength. Though I still have my strength, it just doesn't come in that form anymore. But I'm having to adjust, and I'm starting to adjust to really thinking that I got a, possibly a second chance. I'm gonna be here next year. I'm gonna start feeling better. I don't know what that looks like and stuff, and and I'm just trying to try to figure out what this all looks like. You know, what does work look like? What do finances look like? What does my new strength look like? You know, I don't know, man. I need to find a support group. I don't need to find a bunch of crybabies and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, man, I need to find some people that kind of doesn't look at me like fucking crazy. So it feels like I'm crazy, and I know the way I'm talking, it kind of fucking sounds like I'm crazy, and I know the amount of voices going on inside my head, it fucking deems me as crazy, and I'm trying not to end up in a fucking straitjacket. I'm trying to just not trying to avoid the emotions so they don't become trapped and paralyzed and other diseases or fucking addictions. You know, I want to process this stuff, and I know it's gonna take time. I know all this is gonna take time, and it's just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But anyway, cancer sucks sometimes. Just a lot of fucking emotions. Anyway. Update 11/11/2024.